Hey basketball fans, this is absolutely huge news. So the Golden State Warriors, for the first time ever, actually in terms of the NBA for the first time ever, are going to be playing their games without any fans. Now this is because of this coronavirus, COVID-19 virus that is spreading around the world. As of today, it is also being classified as a pandemic. So definitely huge news. Now, this is not a news channel. This is not a channel that normally puts out basketball news. This is a channel that I'm normally posting basketball plays, drills, and skills. But this is amazingly huge news, and I wanted to share it with you. So this isn't just me trying to gather views. This is me trying to educate you on this virus. Number one, of course, any huge congregation of people, there's going to be a chance of you getting some kind of a sickness. The issue with this COVID-19 virus is it is extremely able to pass on from person to person. That is number one. So you need to protect yourself. Number two, if you start feeling sick, please don't go out into the public. Please take yourself back and say, I'm not feeling great. I've got a sore throat. I've got sneezing, coughing. I've got like a temperature. I've got flu symptoms, whatever it may be, and call your doctor first. Don't go out into public, and don't go out into the public to the hospital right away. Don't go out into public to your doctor right away, and definitely don't go shopping or to the basketball court because nobody else wants to catch this. What you should do, at least here in Canada, this is the guidelines that they've set out for us, and I'm assuming that this is a fantastic idea for anyone throughout the entire world, and that is to call your doctor or your hospital first and say, hey, these are the symptoms that I am having. What are my next steps? If you feel like you are turning for the worst, again, call the doctors or the hospital first unless your area has told you something different. The reason why this is a fantastic idea is because it gives the doctors or the health professionals or the hospital a little bit of a warning to say, hey, I may have this extremely spreadable disease, and I want you guys to have head notice for you to know that I'm coming in, because now you can maybe fast track me, but also take precautions against me possibly having this disease. That is number one. Number two is to try and stay healthy, which is hard to say, obviously. This is not something that's easy to do, especially when there's a pandemic going around. This isn't me fear-mongering or anything like this. As of right now, in Canada, we have 93 cases, and up until recently, which is up until today, we never really had a possibility of somebody spreading the disease publicly. We recently had a doctor here in Hamilton, Ontario, where I live, that went to work with the virus, but we're still trying to see if it's spread to some of the patients and so on and so forth. So as of right now, we don't have that many. I think we only have one or two that are community spread. While in the States, it's a little bit more worse than that. But again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not usually posting any kind of a news in terms of stuff like this to this channel. If you like basketball plays, drills, or skills, of course, subscribe and hit that like button. But as of right now, take precautions. I know there's doctors and people saying wearing gloves and wearing masks are not going to do anything for you, but if you have those devices ready and you're going to a largely populated area, so maybe you're going to a Denver basketball game or a Raptors basketball game or wherever it may be, I would heavily suggest maybe wearing some kind of protective source. It may or may not do anything for you, but at least it's better than nothing. That's my personal stance. Make sure to wash your hands. Make sure to use hand sanitizer, but again, don't use too much hand sanitizer, because we've learned in the past that using too much hand sanitizer can actually kill the good germs that are on your hand that normally try and battle the bad germs. So you want to try and evenly spread those two things out. Now, again, don't be overly afraid. Many areas of the States have not been hit by this yet, so that might be your area. While if you're living in areas like San Francisco, Seattle, and my recording stopped working, which is fantastic. So now you're hearing me on the camera's audio system, and I really have nothing else better to say at this point in time. Take precautions. If you're feeling sick, please call the doctor first, or the hospital, or your health professional. Let them know that the symptoms that you're having and what the next steps should be. That way you're not going out into public and spreading whatever it is you have. Because believe me, you could just have the flu. But I just want to stress the fact that please take care of yourself. That's the biggest thing. Anyways, I'll see you guys again. Right now it's 2:44, so you've already seen the 2 videos today. So I'll see you guys again tomorrow for twice a day basketball videos, because I'm not stopping that anytime soon.